One of my earliest memories was sitting in a darkened theater during a performance of Pirates of Penzance. My father was working on the show up in Aspen, Colorado, and I had gone up to spend some time with him. To my knowledge, I had never seen a show before. It was a packed audience, and the moment the general popped up from the trapdoor in the stage floor, the place collectively gasped in surprise and proceeded to laugh as one as he sang the modern Major General song. I was transfixed and elated. A kind of whole-body tingle took over as I shared these moments with the crowd. It was this precise feeling that drew me to the theater. For decades after, I always attributed the feeling to the relationship between a well-told story and myself. But after a few recent years of reflection, I've come to see the experience differently. It's the shared aspect that makes the difference. There's just something magical about sharing in the feelings with others. Those feelings drew me to a life of storytelling as I went to school and then I started a business. My previous experience with church never produced anything similar to my experiences with theater. Something was always out of sync for me. Often I was not completely in line with what the priest or pastor was saying. And even when I did agree with what was being said, and it was clear that the full audience was having one of those shared experiences, I still wasn't. I was disconnected, and I was convinced that that was the way it was going to stay. Then I found this place. My mother-in-law had come back telling my wife that she needed to come check it out, so I agreed to come as well. Sitting here with all you wonderful people felt different before Ken ever said a word. I'm not totally sure why, but I'd imagine that it has something to do with the joy that typically hangs in the air. People like being here, and it showed. And then Ken started his sermon, and I felt myself forgetting that this was a church and just being sucked into what he was saying. And then at some point, Ken said something that really hit me, some bit of truth that jolted me. And to my surprise, everyone else was having that same experience. What? I thought to myself. What just happened? It couldn't. No. It couldn't be that we all just had a shared experience together. This is a church, after all, not theater. For a while, I tried to hide behind my skepticism and my cynicism of the church, but nothing can beat a good collective experience for me. And after a few visits, I started to shed the armor I'd built up from the previous church experiences I'd had. And I just started to relish in the experience. And that is why I wake up and frantically try to get 2 little kids out the door on a Sunday before 10, so I can come here and share these words and thoughts and emotions with all of you. I'm grateful for you all and what you bring to my life. Thank you.